Welcome to our microlearning podcast on ASU 2017-02, clarifying when a not-for-profit entity that is a general partner should consolidate a for-profit limited partnership or similar entity. My name is John Barbagallo, and I am pleased to be joined today by Annie McGinnis. Annie and I are both in KPMG's Department of Professional Practice in New York. Before we begin, Annie, can you help us understand why the FASB issued ASU 2017-02?
Sure, John. As you know, when a for-profit reporting entity performs a consolidation analysis, it must first evaluate whether an entity is a variable interest entity. If so, the variable interest entity consolidation guidance applies. If not, the voting interest entity consolidation guidance applies. However, when a not-for-profit entity performs a consolidation analysis, it generally applies the voting interest entity consolidation model because the variable interest entity provisions of the consolidation guidance do not apply to not-for-profit entities. When the FASB issued ASU 2015-02 amendments to the consolidation analysis, it changed how investors in limited partnerships and similar entities are evaluated for consolidation. Specifically, ASU 15-02 eliminated the presumption in the voting interest model that a general partner controls a limited partnership, but that is only after the investors have concluded that the entity does not have the characteristics of a VIE using updated guidance. Effectively, the guidance in ASU 15-02 refers a reporting entity, including a not-for-profit entity, that is a general partner of a for-profit limited partnership or a similar entity to the variable interest entity guidance in ASC 810-10.
Wait, I thought you said that the variable interest guidance does not apply to not-for-profits.
That's right, it does not. After ASU 15-02 was issued, preparers and stakeholders realized that it was confusing for a not-for-profit entity that is a general partner to be directed first to the variable interest entity guidance in ASC 810-10 because that guidance does not apply.
So it sounds to me that the FASB had to provide specific consolidation guidance to not-for-profit general partners, correct?
That's right. John, why don't you walk us through the amendments in ASU 2017-02?
Sure, Annie. In January 2017, the FASB decided to maintain current practice for not-for-profits by reinstating the consolidation guidance that previously existed for not-for-profit general partners and include it in the not-for-profit section of the codification, which is ASC 958-810. As a result of the new guidance in 1702, not-for-profit general partners are once again presumed to control a limited partnership regardless of the extent of their ownership interests, unless the limited partners have substantive participating or kick-out rights. ASU 1702 also clarifies that this new guidance does not apply to a not-for-profit that invests in a for-profit limited partnership or similar entity if the partnership interest is reported at fair value under other U.S. GAAP.
Thanks, John. That was helpful. What are the effective dates and transition provisions?
ASU 2017-02 is effective for annual periods in fiscal years beginning after December 15, 2016, and for interim periods beginning after December 15, 2017. However, early adoption is permitted. As far as transition provisions, a not-for-profit entity that has already adopted ASU 1502 shall apply 1702 retrospectively to all relevant prior periods, beginning with the fiscal year in which the amendments in 1502 were initially applied. The entity shall recognize a cumulative effect adjustment to opening net assets as of the beginning of the first year restated. A not-for-profit entity that has not yet adopted 1502 shall adopt 1702 at the same time and apply those same transition provisions.
Thanks again, John. If you would like more information on ASU 1702, please do not hesitate to call either John or me in KPMG's Department of Professional Practice, and we would be happy to help. Thank you and have a great day.